Um, so I have just a quick message I'm going to bring through. I did want to clear the room. Um, so my readings are for entertainment purposes only. The reason I say that is because I don't want somebody to take anything that's ever comes up in a reading so seriously that they would ever do anything like end their life or cause any type of trauma, actually, do anything traumatic or drastic that would ever blow back on me. So I'm covering my own ass. Yes, I do work for God, but again, you got to just take things with your own discernment. Okay. So my messages are real. They do come from spirit, but I'm tired of being harassed. I'm tired of being bullied, and I'm tired of being gang stalked. So I'm covering my own ass. And I'm telling everybody that these are for entertainment purposes only. If you take anything from my reading, make sure that you follow it up with the proper healthcare or whatever professional like is in that field of advice. Okay. Um, use your greatest discernment, and if you're not in a mentally healthy space, don't watch tarot while you're not feeling well. Like, wait till you feel better, then come back to it, because something could come up in the cards. I don't know what's going to come up before I pull the cards. It's only like when I pull the cards and then I look at them and I see what spirit says. Okay, so um yeah. So anyways, you've got to use your greatest discernment. If you have a pendulum, this is a pendulum if you don't know. Okay, you can use it to ask yes or no questions, and you can do that while the reading's happening to see what part of the message is for you, because it is a collective reading, which means I'm reading a collective energy of everybody, and then I'm getting like little bits of information that comes through. Sometimes I get a whole picture, sometimes it's just always different because I have so many different abilities. They work with each other, but like I don't choose which one I'm gonna use. Like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go use my clairvoyance. Like no, the gifts don't work like that. They work. So, um, yeah, because I've predicted a few things like Kim Kardashian going down and a few other things that I literally do not want to be legally responsible for being accurate. Okay. And that's what it comes down to for most psychics is we don't get harassed because we're wrong. It's like we start getting harassed because we're actually right about shit. And then people don't like that. They just, period. So I'll tell you right now, if you don't like me, don't watch my videos. Okay. I only want people that feel like they like me watching me. Because if you don't like me, then you should be doing something else, really. Okay. Um, yeah, today's not been a really easy day, but we're going to go ahead and dive in. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the room. Know that you're responsible for your own thoughts and your own actions and your own deeds and your own life, okay? I can't be your parent for you. I can't make every decision for you. All I can do is give you little bits of advice, and with that, you have to take with a grain of salt and use your discernment, okay? God wants you to come together in this experience to make a connection, okay? That's pretty much probably the only reason I exist, so that God can make a connection. Um, and that these messages can get through, because um, everybody's message is different. Every psychic that you watch, if you watch more than one, everybody has different gifts. We all process energy and information differently, okay? So that's why all the readings are different, but they're kind of the same, but they're like different, but they're kind of the same. So my messages are prophetic. It means that it could be something that's going on in history where it's on repeat, or it could be something that has happened, something that is happening, or something that will happen. Okay. That's a great thing to use the pendulum on. Hey, is this happening right now? You know what I mean? You can literally ask the question and get a response back. Um, okay, so I invite in the Most High God, Source, my Father, my husband, my Source, the Holy Spirit, all of the archangels. I invoke the circle, sword, and blue flame, the will of God around this reading and every other reading that I've ever done. And I call the legion angels of Estrella and Michael to surround this reading with love and light and with your sacred weapon and tool. Okay. If you have a sound sensitivity, cover your ears for just a moment. I'm going to clear the room. Okay. So the energy that I was picking up on was chaos. Somebody's doing chaos magic. And I got these names, like out of this chaos, like these names started to form. And I'm like, what are these names? Who are these people? Okay, so these people could be like, for some of you, you are about to meet some of the names of these people. They're about to come into your life. So it's like a precognition. For some of you, this is about somebody that you forgot that's in your past that you need to remember something about because there's still something in motion, whether it's karmically, magically, or whatever the situation is. For some of you, this is going to be somebody that you already do know and you know why it's being brought up and why it's being talked about. But the subject of today's message, and I'm going to try to keep it really short, is that the slander and gossip has gone too far. Now slander and gossip stays in this category of slander and gossip, at maybe at the beginning start where it develops, but when people gather around together and they start spreading this gossip, okay, and this slander, what it actually turns into is character assassination. And that's one thing that ruining a good name, God doesn't want that. God does not like that. God does not like bearing false witness. I also picked that up. People blatantly lying, just blatantly lying, like about everything that has to do with you. Like they'll tell the truth on other shit, but if it has to do with you, it's gossip, slander, and bullshit and lies. And I go, so why is that, Spirit? Like, why are these people talking so much bullshit on specific individuals? Well, God showed me this reoccurring pattern that humans like to do called let's crucify somebody. And actually, it used to be called a picnic, which, and forgive me for saying this, was short, and you can Google it, for pick a nig. Because literally what they used to do in the South is they would have, we need to have a reason to throw a party, so let's just go pick a random African American person and then hang them, and then we'll have a picnic. So a pick a nig. Okay? So I'm basically telling you that America literally, it's like online, it's like this happened, but America doesn't claim that this happened, but bitch, it happened. Like that's the origination of picnics, and it's disgusting. So the whole idea, I'm telling you this because the whole idea of people gathering around and celebrating, like kind of like a roast where everybody gets together and they're all like making fun of like Bruce Willis or whatever. But let's say that it's not actually making fun of somebody. It's like putting somebody on the stand, not even giving them a voice to speak for themselves, and then like character assassination with the gossip, the slander, the lies, and crap like that. And the thing is, like, the things that have been said about you, they don't make sense. Nobody can draw any points of clarity off of it. And so that's why it's just muddled. However, it's gotten to a point where there's enough people involved where it's falling now into the category of character assassination, which was somebody's just trying to murder your character in life and either replace you, assassinate you. I don't know. It's always different why people are fucked up and they want to do stupid things to other people like that. So we'll get into all those wonderful things of why people are disgusting. But when I got these names, I felt like you would know why I'm saying these names, okay? And then if you don't know, then you would definitely become aware, because Most High God is not going to let you not look this one in the face. This fucking elephant in the room has to be addressed. And it's the elephant that keeps running its mouth, okay? So, also, I picked up that these people some of these people in this list of names may be people that are on a targeted list. Again, I only got first names. There may be people that are on a targeted list, or they may be targeted people for whatever reason. Some of them may be innocent. And then again, that scapegoating, the society's sad today because of whatever bullshit fucking thing that's going on. So let's just pick a random person and crucify them and have a picnic. Like, that is fucked. We need to undo that wiring. Whatever that is needs to go away. So, Also, this is somebody that could be trying to sacrifice you in some sort of way, or did in the past. Again, some of these are people you had an interaction with, because I'm picking up on one. I don't. What do you call yourself? You ain't a demon. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's pointing to the death comment. So there's a death spirit, like a bad. Like, I don't want to say death spirits are bad because it's in the room with me, but there is a death spirit. It got summoned up like yesterday by some stupid people, and so I'm just gonna say these names. You're going to have to figure out how they apply, and just be aware if you hear this name, and then in the future, if you hear this name, ding, 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 ding. This is a karmic interaction. Know that, okay? Whether it's for better or for worse. And there's nothing, we're not attacking any of these people, anybody with this name. We're just bringing awareness, okay? That there could be an energy gossiping about you, or this person, this could be somebody that somebody else gossiped about to you and made you believe lies on, that you need to go back and look at and be like, okay, maybe that person wasn't really jealous of me. Maybe that was somebody else's opinion. Some stuff like that. I mean, this is really making a correction within spirit, because some shit's been done in the ethers that's made God really upset. I mean, so upset. So, okay, so I have these names, and there's nothing bad about these names. Shit, it's fine, okay? Just know that this is just to help you. And if you're one of these names, then know that this reading is definitely about you, and that God is like, boom, this is over. Like, this is over. Stop. Like, the next person that puts my child's name in their mouth and uses it as a weapon will lose their tongue. That type of thing, okay? I can't even say the stuff God says, because you guys will be scared as fuck. So I'm going to say that verbatim. Okay. And then again, this could be somebody coming into your life, or it could be like a new boss, like somebody that you start dating. Know that this person isn't going to have an important effect on your timeline and on the timeline of others, and how people view the truth and view human society as a whole. I don't know how that's all connected, but it's connected with the death spirit. So that's how it's connected, whatever that agenda is. Okay, and so I don't feel like any of these people are doomed to die or anything like that. That's not what the death spirit's saying. The death spirit is here for something else. Okay, so we'll just find out. So I'm going to read the names. Jenny, John, Dawn, Ron, Eddie, Tony, Sarah, Madeline, Clarissa, Joey, Mariah, Toby, Cody, Tanner, Kevin, Jaguar, Aaron, Philip, Alberto, Juarez, Henry, Charlie, Brody, Samson, if that's a name, Billy, Joey. Oh, I got Joey twice. Whoa. Okay. Could be two Joeys, or it could just be that I wrote Joey twice. Again, I like channeling the information. So Michaela, Monique, Clarita, I hope that's a name because that's what came through, Suzanne, Barry, Fred, Bailey, Daniel, Eric, Ty or Tyler, Andrew, Carrie, Alec, like Alec, Alexa, Jessica, and Sandy. Okay. Now, the dates that I got, and these are dates that came to me, and as they came to me, I was like, is this some type of weird repeating matrix numerical, like repeating numbers by threes is kind of what I thought. And so I did some deeper digging, and it does feel like there's something to do with these dates. So these could have been dates where some whack shit was done on St. Patrick's Day, and we rebuke that in the name of the Most High God. We return to sender tenfold that witchcraft of black magic and bad luck back to the sender. Okay, so back to the dates. Sorry, back to the dates. We've got And this could be like your birthday. It could be a day that somebody died. It could be a date that you go to court. I mean, it could just be all different things. So just be aware that these may be important dates, and that maybe something happened on these days that's created this situation. Okay, so we got August 3rd, October 30th, November 30th with the threes, December 13th, June 22nd, March 9th, March 17th, April 1st, and April 3rd. So yeah, I definitely saw the repeating numbers of threes in that. And three is like the karmic law. Like, so I felt like these names had some tie to do with the spirit and with karma and with slander and gossip situations. So also I got some years. Now this could be years that something happened, could be years that the slander and gossip started, or these could be years where people are born. You just have to figure out what it's talking about. Okay, use your discernment. 1999, 2004, 1969, 1954, 1988, 1976, 2001, 2022, 2024, and 2023. Okay, so that's what I channeled through. Now we're going to do some tarot cards, and we're only 16-minute in. I'm trying to keep this shorter videos. Okay. Because like yesterday's was like an hour and 40 minutes, and it was because some stupid bitch cloaked energy was like in the mix. And then once I figured that out, I got to end the session. So today we're not doing that. Like, get right to it. Okay, so the Two of Wands. Now this is all about your creative growth and expansion. It does talk, it's like two wands coming together. That could be two different aspects of your birth chart coming together. When that happens, it creates kind of like a crossroads in your life. It opens up, new energy for you to be able to access. This indicates personal growth, power, and courage. You will command the respect and attention of others. Embark in a new adventure. So yeah, if you're being called to go to a new place, again, those names could have been somebody like a travel agent, or somebody that you meet when you're out of town. They're going to have an important influence, no matter how small their interaction with them. The karmic one doesn't matter. It's like you could literally meet somebody at the gas station, go home, and have a karmic knife in your back for like 3 weeks till you figure out, oh, in another lifetime the person at the gas station stabbed me in the back. Shit. So that's my higher self trying to tell me, hey, like, it's like trying to give you a warning that something has happened. Because 9 times out of 10, I will say that when it's happened before, it'll happen again. And it just does. I don't know why, but usually it just does. That's why when I look at somebody's karma for me, I'm like, okay, like I look at how, I don't look at how compatible I am for them. I look at their compatibility for me. How much karma are they going to bring into my life? Because I already know what my karma's at, and I can look at them and then see how much karma they have that I would trigger, and then I can just avoid that shit altogether by avoiding that person. Okay, called dodging bullets. When God tells me a name, or tells me that somebody, or shows me somebody's doing some shit, I never, even though I have been gaslit like a motherfucker to the brink of insanity by the people around me, swear to God, gaslit like a motherfucker on my gifts. And the thing is, like, these bitches gaslight me, and I end up right every time like this. Like, you fucking piece of shit. Why didn't you motherfucking listen? Now you're making me watch the suffering after I already just told you it was going to happen. Now I have to live through the fucking shit. And that people stay stupid and dumb as shit and ignorant, and that's on them. But they basically, anybody around me, they get the 411 on what's about to fucking happen all over the world in every fucking way, in every direction of space, of like, what's about to happen if this goes down or that goes down. And then people like, not like, they'll like be like, okay, well, she said that, but whatever. I don't know what they think. But then they go make that choice. And it's like, dude, I told you if you were going to put the blue dye into the water, it would make the water blue. Why'd you do that if you don't want to drink blue water and have blue stain on your teeth? That type of thing. Okay. We're just dealing with people that think that they know better than God. And I wouldn't ever say anything just out of my ass. Like if I don't have anything to say, I'm not going to speak, period. Okay. So the stuff that I say, I do think is important. I don't think it should be like worshipped or anything like that. I just think that you should just listen to it with one ear open. Like, have an open mind. Life may surprise you. That's what this Two of Wands energy is talking about. It's also talking about bringing in commitments from different aspects of your life. So you could have somebody that you were really committed to in the past that was maybe a friend or something like that, even maybe a family member. And then maybe some time has passed, okay? They could be wanting to come back into your life. I feel like a lot of people are losing people right now, probably because of death spirits here. So like if people coming into your life, just be aware that you want to commit all of your energy into your own projects, because somebody may be coming back from like, I don't want to say from hell. Come on, God, don't just say that. Somebody may be coming from hell to bother you. No, but literally, when people enter your life, I want you to use a pendulum, and I want you to ask the pendulum if God sent them or if something else did. And we're not saying devil, we're not saying Satan, we're not blaming, pointing no fingers. We're just saying, did God send this person? Is this person of the Lord, or is this person not of the Lord? That's it. That's all we're saying. We're not making no judges on anybody. No judges, okay? So this is calling you to act decisively, but I feel like when you have all of your eggs in your own basket, you very easily can do that. You can act decisively. There's going to be a great amount of new creative ideas that are needed for your future success, but you have the answers and the ideas already within you. Like this is stuff that you already have. You don't have to go take a class. You don't need to go learn a bunch of stuff. You need to learn how to go within yourself and access the stuff you already have, then bring that to the forefront and utilize it. Okay. That's the whole part of like us having this junk DNA that we say is like, okay, this junk DNA. So there's the mitochondria DNA, which is very important. It's like super important for consciousness. Then we have the DNA and the RNA, and then we have all of this junk DNA. Well, it's not actually junk. The stuff that's in the junk DNA is the stuff that we just don't have science right now to measure, okay? But what it is, it's this etheric stuff. It's this knowledge, this wisdom, the spiritual abilities, the remembrance, the deja vu, the lucid dreaming. It's like accessing these interdimensional states that we all possess, okay? And bringing them to the forefront. So if somebody comes that's in your family that you were committed to, that may be coming back wanting to guilt trip you into making another big commitment when you're about to start your creative idea, right now may not be the time to commit to other relationships. I feel like right now you're in a creative energy and somebody wants to disturb that. They just want to take it. Like whatever you're creating, they don't want you to have it. They want to take it themselves. And so they're going to do everything in their power to try to interrupt you while you're working. Look at this person. I just split the deck and this guy's working. And yeah, the sun. Illumination. So this is bringing illumination of why it's been, if you've been doing something, it seems really hard for you to do, but you like it and it's always been easy, like me shuffling cards and reading cards. This is like one of the easiest things that I can do. It literally requires almost no effort for me. And so, but there may be another skill set I'm hearing. Like it could be for some of you singing, it could be dancing, it could be drawing, it could be working with children. I mean, for all of you, your creative energy really is where your passion is. So if you want to get your creative juices flowing, you got to dive into what you're passionate about. The moon. Okay, so the moon is in the upright. See those dogs barking? This is like what the effect of what I see, like the gossip and slander shit. Like these dogs are always damn barking at the fucking moon, man. They are always, you know, like there's somebody that doesn't ever shut up. So yeah, this is the moon's talking about with this new creative adventure, because it did say a new adventure, your personal faith and ethics will be tested. They already are being tested, because you're like one of those people that everybody else can do wrong shit and do bad and fuck up, but the second that you do anything wrong, they all point the finger at you and make you the big deal, even though you're not wiping your ass any different than the person next to you. It doesn't matter. It's like they're still pointing at you and saying, oh, you fucking wipe your ass. Like, well, I took a shit. What do you want me to do? You know? That's just life. It really is. So, again, like that feeling somebody wants to just invade your privacy. They want to know how many spoons you have, how many coins you got in your pocket, what's in your fucking Venmo account, shit like that. Like, stupid. It's all human stuff. So I'm kind of still wondering why this death spirit's attached to this. So we'll see. It's hard to think clearly. You are confused and easily distracted. Fear and anxiety haunt your thoughts. Paranoia, secret enemies. Is that why death is here? Yes, that's why death is here. Well, you could have just said it was a secret enemy that sent you. Oh my god, literally, I've been put through so many horrific death rituals and shit that I can just laugh about it now, but it's not funny. So your friends or family may be in danger. Bad luck for those that you love. Your security is at risk. That's what I'm feeling. Somebody's putting your security at risk. Whether they're putting your information, like I said, the names on that paper could have been people that the collective is deciding to scapegoat right now, to use as scapegoats. Like, even though I thought Judas already died on the cross. Wasn't that already done? So if that person already died on the cross for our sins, why the fuck are we still crucifying people? Pretty much makes it very not legit to do that. Like the picnic, no! Fuck no. World and life? Absolutely not. Okay, the only definition I think I see between light, like good and evil, if there really is even evil, is that I would say my definition is that good are beings that respect life. Yeah, even the Cenobites respect life. Okay? Now, I think maybe not so nice beings would maybe not respect life. So that's kind of like where I feel the line should be drawn. Do you respect life and God's creation or not? And if you're in the not, then fuck off. We don't need you here. You might as well die off. We don't need your asses here. We need more people of God, not more people that just want to die. And I don't mean that you should just die, but I'm just saying, like, are you for life or are you not for life? To be or not to be is like the greatest question. And it's literally all about suicide. If you think about it, it's kind of about suicide. To be or not to be, that's about suicide. But, okay, so this is showing me that you need to research carefully before you invest into your next project. Somebody is already trying to steal your ideas. You have friends that are most definitely jealous of you. You may have an ex-friend you just got rid of, or an acquaintance, or somebody that you go out with your girlfriends and your girlfriend brings another friend around. I feel that energy. Again, you're going to have to figure out who the frenemy is, but somebody's causing bad luck for you in love. And I feel like Like, you're trying to create good endings, happiness, and peace, and somebody's trying to go around and you create a happy ending in like every area of your life because you're able to fix things. Somebody goes behind you and just undoes it. It's like, these people, it'd be better if they never was born, if their mother and father never met and they never existed. Anybody that goes behind somebody that is doing Christ's work in the world, working for God, being Christ-like, doing things like making positive changes that everybody can enjoy, not just selfish ones. Okay, when there is somebody doing that, you just let them fucking be. Don't fuck with them. Don't go behind them and try to undo every good thing that they just did. That makes you a motherfucker that it'd have been better if your ass was never fucking born. For everybody alive. Those people, straight up, it'd be better if they never fucking lived. And I could say that I know multiple people that my life had been better if they never lived. And not only me, but the rest of the fucking world. And I can't even tell nobody about that because it would make people want to go hunt them down and unalive them. So I have to just keep everything to myself, pretty much. But yeah, there's some bad people in this world that should not be breathing, but they still do. And I think that's why death is here, like, yeah, what time is it? What time is it? Is it their like death sitting around waiting for these people's clocks to fucking come up done so I can go collect straight up. That's what's up. Okay, and the stuff that's being done in the dark and the moon, if it has to do with death energy, these people need to understand if they're trying to do anything in secret, trying to send you death, trying to send death to your projects, check it out. If you the one that summons death, you're the one that has to fucking go through it and deal with it. Not anything, you summon shit, you maybe can affect somebody else's reality. Maybe. But if you summon it up, if you conjure it up, you absolutely yourself will have to fucking live through it and deal with it. Abso-fucking-lutely. You conjured it. You made it. It's your energy. Who the fuck is it going to go to? After it goes and does its job, who's it coming back to? This is the shit that people don't think about when they do witchcraft. Then they do witchcraft, and then they end up dead. Or in the sick, or in the hospital, or they get a new disease, or some bad shit happens to them because, well, what did you do? You summoned death. You tried to sacrifice somebody. And I don't care. Unless you are standing over the person with a knife, you're not going to sacrifice anybody else using witchcraft. No. God loves most things, like, more than that. I can just say that. I know that for sure. That God, you may be a piece of shit, and somebody could be trying to sacrifice you. But God will see that and go, no, even though so-and-so is not really on the up and up, they're not really there for themselves or anybody else or really wanting anything good. You know, God is so great and fucking loving and compassionate and forgiving and graceful, but also very vengeful, very revengeful. Vengeful, wrathful, and stuff. Scary. Like, you don't want to mess with that. So, yeah, black magic. Alright, we're keeping this video short, so one more card. What do they need to know about this situation? Okay, first of all, the slander and gossip. I'm not kidding. You may see somebody and their whole face may be swelled up. Their whole joints, their neck, like, they could be like, that was a good one. They could literally be like, dislocated or like something wrong with their face because they have tried to speak your name one too many times with having ill intent in their mouth with it. Like using your name as a weapon and then directing shit at you by gossiping and slandering. And then they think that if they convince the collective that you're a piece of shit, no one will ever see the truth. And I don't care what anybody says. God sees the truth, and God's not going to let anybody see a lie. Not for too long, anyways. Okay, so the Seven of Wands. This talks about you being on the defensive. And that's because of what these secrets are. I'm telling you, The people that have been slandering and gossiping you, they may have said that you like have a STD, that you have um other wives, other spouses. I just heard that you have other lovers, that you're on the market, that what, I don't know. I mean, these are ridiculous things to say. Oh, that you have secret children in another state. That's weird. Oh my god. Actually, that could work for a guy. Never mind. I was just thinking for my own person. Like, that's weird. Okay, so you have the advantage and eventually will. Be strong and aggressive. Expect criticism and challenges to your authority. Know that because you have this creative idea, that somebody's going to try to challenge that shit because you came up with it. That's the only reason. So just be like, don't even pay heed to nobody's shit. Like, if somebody comes up trying to do drama, turn your ass the fuck around and walk away and don't say anything. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything ever. That means you don't have to fucking answer to anybody. Unless it's like the law and they bring you in, they're like, you got to answer to us. But like, you don't have to answer to anybody but God. So if somebody tries to challenge your authority, tries to push you into a corner, makes you stand up for yourself, if this is at work, if this is at, well, this better not be happening at a college. If you fucking adults are doing this shit, you all deserve to be bombed with the death comet, straight up. That's why death's here. The death comet. Yeah, people compete for your energy and your resources. Let's just say people compete for your ideas. That is your energy and your resources. That's your business. It's your ideas. What makes you flourish. So, stand up for yourself and your ideas. If anybody tries to challenge your new way of thinking versus their old verbatim way of thinking, say, hey, bro, maybe you should sit down, yo. Like, sit down, bro. Let me try it just once. You've been doing it the same fucking way for 70 years or some shit, and you look old and tired. Sit down, bitch. Let me try. Some shit like that. So you'll never regret your actions, even if they seem too aggressive at the time when they come from God. When God tells you to do something, just do it. Even if you don't know why God's telling you to do it, just do it because you don't want to know why God's telling you to do it most of the time. And if you don't do it, then you do find out why God was telling you to do it in the first place. You're like, oh shit, that was dumb. So don't make a fool out of yourself. This is the end of days. This is the end times. This is not the time to run around behind Christ's back and undo every fucking good deed done. That is not the time to do this shit. If you are here to do any fuck shit like that, please go be escorted out with death and fuck off to some other fucking plane of existence where I don't be, because I'm everywhere and I'm not putting up with this shit. So the stuff being done with the moon has its own voice and is going to speak for itself. I honestly am feeling like if you do any practice with the moon, stop. It's causing lunacy. Just stop. Work with the sun, okay? Like if you're trying to create think about it this way. If you do everything on a moon cycle with your magic and your creations, then you're going to be completely always cycling from going to having your full harvest at full moon to having nothing at waning. Why do you want to keep going through this fight? Waning to waxing, or waning. It goes waning. Yeah. It goes from new moon, like new moon, waning, and waxing, and then full moon. It goes waxing to full moon, and then the other way. So it's a constant cycle of ups and downs. Okay? Not to mention the moon is very unstable energy. The moon has not always been in our environment. There was a time when the moon just showed up. It is an actually, like, I don't know how to explain it, but all of the planets are spaceships. They all move. We're all moving in a synchronized order that elevates our vibration closer to the source of all creation. That's what this whole dance of planets and this shit is about. That's what astrology is about. We're all moving and in the celestial dance towards our creator in a higher vibration. And so the more that you do that, the more love and light you get to experience in your life. So why I'm telling you this is that the moon is not natural, not in the way that we think. Okay? It's like manufactured. It's been manufactured, okay? Um Kind of like how people think that I don't know what, well, I don't know what they think, but I know that there are places that you can go in this planet to go try to get into Middle Earth, and it's like where rock turns into like this sacred geometry, and then it's got it's I don't want to say it's magic, but it's literally got like wires and technology and stuff. So it's the mixture. You know, when you like are at the zoo and you see a rock and you know that that rock is a fake rock, it feels like that. Okay, that's what it feels like. Okay, so that's what it feels like. Plus the dark side of the moon, the part that we don't see, is actually like it's how you get into the moon. If you go to the moon and you like try to land on the outside, there's a gravitational pull that will suck you to the dark side of the moon, and boom, once you're on the dark side of the moon, you go into the center of the moon. And at the center of the moon, there's a city, and it's the city of sin. So where we get our characters, like a lot of the times that's moon dreams, where we get our characters from, like the Joker lives there, and Batman, the Riddler, and all of those types of fifth dimensional beings that are like characters and beings. So anyways, and then the god Sin, the god Sin, named Sin, rules the moon. Then that's the name of the city at the center. Anyways, let's just say that the moon's energy is not all positive, okay? So if you want to grow something, you want to use the light of the sun. That means you do whatever your manifestation thing is in the sunlight. Make sure you try to plan when this, like, download the astrological app. Look when the sun is going to be in the right energy that you want, okay? And then plant your seed to grow. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you go with the moon, you're going to be brought with all of these secrets, all these defenses that you don't really need to have to defend yourself from anymore. You've already been through the dark night of the soul, I feel. You've already been through that. So it's not the time to relive that. I feel like now is the time to step into a new energy and create peace for yourself. Okay, any final answers? Any final messages? Death wants you to know that it's not always an ending when things die, but it is always a new beginning. When things die, it may not always end, okay? That means if you are grieving for someone that's alive and they die, that grieving may not end, but a new beginning does begin, okay? So I hope that this message reached you guys well, and I hope that you understood, the gist of everything. There's a lot of information that came through. Some of the stuff, like the stuff that I see, like the whole city of sin and the moon, and how it's like a vacuum that sucks any space type of thing. Like, anyways, there's these beings there, but it sucks it into the moon, to the inside of the moon, through the dark side of the moon, because it's like a suction thing. Anyways, so yeah, know that God is with you. God is in your heart. God is in your soul. Okay? The Most High loves you so much. That's always what my message is going to be. That no matter what comes through the cards, no matter what we see, no matter what we talk about, also, I actually, when I said the name Jaguar out loud, I was like, did I read this wrong? Did I write this down? I felt totally disassociated with it. Now I am remembering that there is somebody named Jaguar Wright, I believe, and she is somebody that's a whistleblower on some stuff. I don't remember exactly what, but I know that she whistleblows some celebrity stuff. Okay, so she's associated with the slander, gossip, scapegoat energy. Okay, I don't know how, but there is that person. That is okay. All right. Okay. So if you feel like you're having a hard time concentrating, know that this energy is going to pass, because I feel like somebody's been wanting to just mess with your concentration. And that has to do with what you're creating, because whatever you're creating must be really good. And maybe, oh, you might write music. For some of you, or at least one of you, you write music, like, like an orchestra music type thing, where you have a whole band of people that each person plays an instrument, and collectively those instruments makes a song or a sound, right? And makes, a symphony. You could be writing a symphony, or you could need to write a symphony. A lot of creative energy at this time. So make sure you utilize it, and know always that you are loved by God and by the whole world. It is only love, okay? And the more we can see that, the better things will get. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy in here, and wherever you are, and may God bless you for the rest of your day and night, and may you live in peace. Yeah, live long and prosper. I'll see you in the next reading.